Hey, what's up? How's it going? I love these little vents. And that's all they really are, really, is just big vents, right? The vent I want to share with you tonight is an epiphany I had. I call this epiphany the baby mama polygamy paradox. Okay, so in 2019, Sydney Walker and I had a relationship together from August 6th to Halloween. During that time from August 6th to Halloween, she was asking me for a baby, and she was telling me that she wants to do what her parents did, which was like warm each other's feet up, cuddle in the same bed for like the next 23 years, do that, the whole family thing, and be a family together. She promised me that we'll always be a family for that like 20 years that her parents warmed their feet up. That's what she told me. So I get that. Second, Roxanne Biggity, okay, Sydney and I ended up having a baby after 2019, or after our relationship in 2020, but now next baby mama, Roxanne and I, we ended up getting together in 2018. She asked me for a baby and a family, and I gave her a baby and a family. And then in 2019, we had our daughter. And then with Barbara, in 2014, she was promising me marriage, a family, and that we'll always be a family together. And she was promising me that the whole time to give her a son. And now I'm starting to realize it, even though I want a forever relationship, like Barbara and I can get married together right now, and we can raise our son together like she promises. And Sydney and I can be together and raise Cameron like she promises. And Roxanne and I could be together too, but we're friends, right? All of that can happen right now. We can be together. But I see now that there's a human nature quality to their promises that they can't keep. And that's the whole big thing of it. They promise that we'll always be a family and we'll always stay together. But it is against human nature to do so, right? All human beings are equal. All human beings created equal, yada, yada, yada. We all put our pants on one leg at a time, except for me. I put them on. I just jump right in them. Just joking. But we're all human, right? So it's part of being human is we have sex, we cry, all that shit, right? So it's part of the sex life that they promised me, the sex life that Sydney said she'll only fuck me and be with me, but during our relationship in 2019 from August 6th to Halloween, she was cheating on someone else, and she was telling me that I was the best she ever had during all that shit, and that I'd be the only one. So, she will cheat on other people. She will lie to her next relationship, and her next relationship, and her next relationship, because that's human. And same with Barbara. She told me that we'll always be together, but I get it now. It's human to be polygamous. You know what I mean? That. It's polygamy, right? It's human nature to be polygamy. And I expected Barbara to have the quality to go above human nature, but she fell back into her human ways, which is to be a polygamist and to give up on her family. For real, our family can be together right now. She creates excuses why we can't be together, but there's always reasons why we can be together. And same with Sydney and I. We can be together right now, but I understand it now on a human psychological level that it is it's more natural to have multiple sexual partners than it is to ever be hey, one-on-one sex forever, just me and you. That's what I want with Barbara, right? I only want to fuck Barbara, and I only want to be with Barbara, and I only want to marry Barbara, but she doesn't want to do that. And then I offered that promise to Roxanne, and we ended up becoming friends. And then I offered that promise to Sydney that we can always be a family and all that stuff, and we can warm our feet up together and all that jazz. I offered that promise to her, and she took it in a way that she had my baby. And when we were together, I was faithful to her, but she was cheating on me and all that stuff. So I know they're gonna cheat on other people, but I guess the reason for this vent and the advice I want to give people right now is it is human nature to be polygamist at heart. To be a polygamist at heart, it's absolutely human nature. Like, I want to go against my human nature. And I want to be with just Barbara for the rest of my life, right? But that's not going to happen because her human nature halts our relationship from persevering. Like she promised that we can always persevere, but it's more human to give up so that you can have sex with other people. And that's just the way it is in 2020 life, because there's so many different flavors and so many different people, stuff like that. And now I'm starting to realize, like, I can't be mad at her for wanting to be a slut. And that's like, and there's no, like this society realizes that we're all sluts. We're all these whores and stuff like that. Like, hear me out before you go all crazy. But we're all sluts in a way. Like, we all want to have sex right now. Like, right now, if I could have sex with a cute redhead and, like, I love it rough. We'd have rough sex, but at the same time be sensual and gentle and all, like, 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 we all want to have sex, right? Like, it's part of human nature to want to have sex. It's part of human to have sex. So it's like, I get that, and it's like, it's just so frustrating that I thought Barbara could keep her promise to go above human and actually be the one-on-one relationship and family that she promised me and our son. Like, I know that our son's life is ruined because of her promise, and I know that my life is ruined because of her promise, but it's like, like, there's a rebuilding in all of the debris, right? Like, there's always a rebuilding quality that I have, and there's a rebuilding quality that my son will have too. And like, I'm sorry that I ruined my daughter's lives, because like the truth is, like, we can be together right now, but the fact that we're not is going to result in us destroying the way they psychologically see the world and perceive the world. And I understand that, like, because like, the truth is, when they asked me for a baby, like Sydney Walker asked me for a baby, Roxanne I asked me for a baby, Barbara Marsh asked me for a baby. When they asked me for a baby, they were implying that we will always be a family together. So that's the reason I gave them the baby in the first place, so that's the reason we have a son, and that's the reason we have daughters, like Barbara and I have a son because we were always supposed to be a family together, like she promises. And then Sydney Walker and I have a daughter because we were supposed to warm each other's feet up for the next 20 years together in the same bed. And I totally understand that. And then, like, of course, Roxy and I, we just decided to have a child together because it was, like, she has one with someone else already. So we decided to try and, become the family that the first one promised us. But, like, I see now that she had to go back on her back to her polygamous nature. Like, I'm not saying that she's gonna have multiple boyfriends all at once and stuff like that. Like I know that, like, the way Sydney cheated on me during our relationship, she's gonna cheat on other people. That's what she does. And the way Barbara said that we'll always be together forever, she told that shit to Kyle and Mike and all that stuff. So she's gonna promise somebody else forever. And like, all of the shit that Roxanne put me through, like her being, she's pretty wild sometimes, but like, all of that shit, she's gonna put somebody else through that stuff. And like, I don't have to put up with their shit anymore. But on another level, all I want is to be with one of them. Like if Barbara wanted to get married right now, we could get married and raise our family like she promises. But she's too much of a human being to be able to keep a monogamous promise, which monogamy, it's above human. And the reason I'm saying monogamy is above human, like if you're in a relationship right now and you're married and stuff like that, and you're on your like 30th year of marriage, like that's above human. Your standards, the standards that you have chosen to live your life towards, that's above human. So like, kudos on you, man. That's fucking awesome. Like, that's what I wanted with Barbara. I wanted to be above human with Barbara to the point where we can be in a relationship together and trust one another. We can build a family together, and we can fucking buy a house and have a mortgage together and raise our family under the same roof. But she's too much of a whore to do that. But now I see that this polygamist idea that came to me, like we are all polygamists, right? Like it's against my nature to go out and have a wife and only have sex with her for the rest of my life. But that's what I want. I want to set that standard above that human polygamy side that Barbara is addicted to, because like our family can be together right now, but she creates excuses why we can't be together. So that means she wants to fuck around and fuck other guys. That son, that's your mother. That's your mother. That's your mother. Your mother wants to fuck other people because she's a whore. But that's okay. That's part of being human, right? Like, I should say, instead of being a whore, she's just a polygamist human. And that's the paradox of this whole fucking thing. The paradox is she can promise me that we'll always be together, but she can't go against her human nature and become monogamous with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's an epiphany that I've had. And I realize it now. Like, son, here's what I want you to do. I want you to have as many children as you can with as many different women as it takes. Go ahead, because like if you find one that wants to be together forever, yes, do it. If she's good, do it. Yeah. If you find one that wants to be forever, give her your all, and good luck to you, my boy. But ultimately, like, you're gonna meet women like your mom and like the baby mothers that I have, who will promise forever, but they won't be able to keep their word because of their human nature. So just like, to my son, like, don't ever kill yourself for a woman. Don't ever hurt over a relationship like that, because they're gonna come and they're gonna go. Like, I'm gonna have a girlfriend soon. I always have a girlfriend every couple of months. Some woman always comes into my life, promises me forever, and then breaks my heart. And I'm gonna have that again soon. Now to my daughters though. To my daughters, all I ask is that you stay off the pole. Don't be dancing. Don't be taking your clothes off for money, okay? Don't be doing shit like that. Even though to the people that do that shit, like, there's nothing wrong with you doing that. You got to do what you got to do. But like, to my daughters, please don't be taking your clothes off for money or anything like that. Don't be that kind of person, okay? Make me proud. Go out there, use your mind,